What are you guys trying to put this back here again? This is episode 2 and Tom and his friends in real life. So, episode 2 is our favorite blue engine, whose number 2 is Edward. So without further ado, let's get started. So first of all, who exactly is Edward? Well, Edward is a big traffic engine who lives on the island of Sodor. He's one of the oldest and widest engines on the island of Sodor. He got replaced by steam by Neil Rebecca, but that didn't bother me, and he's still part of the steam team my Toby Traveler F series. But anyway, he knows that any engine cannot trust troublesome trucks because of the wide engine. Another fun fact about Edward that his driver refinement that day, they named that Sally Tinder and Cindy Hegel. In fact, the vicar named them in one of the episodes when the vicar called him, "What's the matter, Charlie?" But Edward is a real useful engine. Even though the engine is called old-fashioned, Edward is a very useful engine, and he loves being on the Carbon Hatch Railway. And the small size, I hate the same size as James. Yup, Ed was a very hard-working engine, but the question y'all wondering is, does the real-life Edward still exist? Now, what I'm going to show you is the real-life Edward. So, this is the real-life Edward. He was built in 1986. That's why Edward is the oldest engine in the solar. This picture shows you what the real-life Edward looked like. He was based on the furthest railway K2 steam locomotive. This engine was built to propeller train as well with it on the TV show. A total of 8 of them were built, but then they were withdrawn from service, and then by the 1930s, they were gone and cut up for scrap. But the difference between Edward and the TV series is that the same wheels that Edward had with the TV show, as you can see. The same body length of the TV show, but the difference between Edward and the furnace railway Edno is that's the furnace railway Edno, while Edward has a flounders Edno. So that's the thing I didn't know of. So yeah, that's the way of Edward, and also Edward doesn't have a lamp at the TV show or that thing on his dome. That he has both of them in, I think, in the railway series. But another fun fact about Edward, he's the first character to be created in Armored Event during the railway series by Rupert Audrey. So that's neat. And another thing I didn't know was the furnace railway have no 36 or numbers on them. Edward did not have them in his bubble bean. That's one thing I always done in remembering in the show as well. My bad. So yeah, that's also the real-life Edward. We don't know what color it is, but we believe that it's red, just like the other furnace railway steam locomotives on the island of Sodor. So thanks for watching. That was episode 2 and Thomas Defense and Real Life of Edward. Thanks for guys and see you guys in the next episode.